today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got to vote, I've got to vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with...
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. For an Eagle. A huge play there right off the bat. 52 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defense in front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's pounding his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future as they start to peer toward the offseason.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there out of Geis. 49 yards on the ground. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time, but it'll be second down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Haskins. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Eagles 14.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
7-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Scott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
This is unbelievable.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or a wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be already at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Wentz now on first down. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Eagles 21, Washington 3.
Quick throw out wide by Wentz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
To Alshon Jeffrey.
Second down at 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 26.
Here's a quick throw out left, that's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Second down.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Rookie Jalen Rager, the intended target that time. And it's second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slip.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
It's now
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Carson Wentz.
Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get...
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way.
It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Rager. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Jalen Rager with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.